Hey guys, Dr. Jeff Newman here from Newman Chiropractic. Thanks for subscribing to the Newman Experience channel. We've been getting more and more people that like the video, so we really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe below. So today I want to talk about multitasking, how much that actually impacts our stress. So let's go over some little statistics here, okay? So here we've got stress-related issues now account for 75 to 90% of doctor's visits per year. That's crazy. There's so much stress. Depression levels are heightening. Anxiety levels are heightening. We're actually in a world now where we're going back. There's a lot of research being done going back to when psychedelics were being used by a lot of the population, because there's research being done giving addicts and people with mental health disorders psychedelics to help them have a better perception on their addictions and how it's impacting their life. So out of all these things that we're improving in health, heart health, breathing health, body health, mental health still seems to be struggling. One of the things I really feel is a big issue is the micro stress doses, or the MSDs. Micro stress doses are those little nudges that we get, those little notifications on our phones that we get throughout the day. Micro stress doses are the little chipping at you. All right, and what ends up happening is these micro stress doses end up accumulating into a heightened sense of stress over the course of one day. Those little chips of stress end up wearing us down. And technology is the biggest culprit in causing these micro stress doses. So the average person is interrupted 15 times a day by email. The average person is interrupted 46 times a day to check their phone. Those are big interruptions. I know they seem simple and meaningless when you see a little notification pop up on your phone that a text message came through or an email, but that shift of attention over to your phone from what you were doing prior is a big detriment to our mental health and our stress levels. You got to think, we are humans and we were designed and built to not be in danger much, and then when we notice something, our attention would be diverted right to that lion or that thing that would potentially cause us danger. If we heard something, if we were out in the woods and we heard a crack of a stick, we'd look, and that attention was diverted. Imagine walking through the woods and all of a sudden we look, and we're looking back and forth. That would be a very stressful scenario. A little personal example for me is I like to walk to work. I walk a mile to work. Now I walk through the woods and I actually enjoy it. The first time I walked through the woods, through the rail trail, get to work, I'm like, wow, I could really do that. I really want to walk to work, and I continue to do it. One of the days I decided to walk on the street. I walked on the road, there's no sidewalks. And just by not having the sidewalks and the need, even though I trusted people not to hit me as they drove by, I did have to glance up. I did have to notice the car coming my direction, and I did need to analyze the situation to make sure that indeed this person wasn't going to run me over. So that experience of having to look up and assess the potential car or the car coming my way is a instance where my stress hormones, it's not like I was overly anxious and not pulling my hair out type of stress, but it was a situation where cortisol levels increased in my body. So after I got home, after walking on the street, I didn't feel the same way that I did walking in the woods. So what I'm trying to get across by telling you this story is that walking in the woods, there's less potential stressors when I'm in the woods. When I'm on the road, these cars coming the other way are drawing my attention. I am essentially multitasking. I am checking out these cars coming consistently. So that interacts with our brain and body similarly to these little micro stress doses that come to us throughout the day. Now, there's studies that have been done that show that if a person is multitasking during a task, their IQ drops by 15 points. 15 points. So if you do a project and you just focus on that project, and I do that project, but I'm also trying to do another project as well, I'll finish after you and I won't be as efficient doing it. So what that means is that we're actually supposed to single task and really hyper focus on these particular activities and projects when we're actually doing them. So when we're at work, leave the phone to the side. When we're doing other things at home, spending time with our family, leave the phone to the side. I know it's hard. We're so proud of how good we are at multitasking, but really we're less efficient at our particular jobs and interests when we are multitasking while doing them. To put it in perspective, that 15-point drop in IQ is the equivalent of an 8-year-old child. It's also equivalent to going a full day without sleeping. So if you're someone that is constantly multitasking throughout the day and you're proud of yourself, take a second look at what you're proud of and realize how proud you could be of yourself if you actually focused on it entirely. Okay, I hope you like this one. Make sure to subscribe below so you're the first ones to catch these new videos when they pop out. Thanks.